All right, hello everybody, and welcome on back. Yeah, I figured we'll go ahead and finish exploring this area and finish talking about those couple of things we were talking about. Basically, the idea of gifting someone a game. Like, I love the idea, and granted, I'm not rich, I will say that, but that is something that was within my power. And Minecraft, like, it is age appropriate. So that was the thing. If they wanted like a mature game, I'd say no. Like, I can't do that, but you'd have to prove your age because that is illegal. That is like same with alcohol. Like in America, if you buy alcohol for an underage person, it's illegal and you could go to jail. So, oh, and also the fine. Like we should make it to where um, you could pay back a fine in community service, like working at a soup kitchen, or I mean that's kind of like a slang term for like somewhere that makes a hot meal for people experiencing homelessness, or people that could just use a hot meal. Because that's the other thing too. Like we've removed the stigma from being like, because the food bank. I even used the food bank when I was in college because I was broke. I mean, granted, I was already poor. I spent all my money on college, and then what little money I made, I used to drink alcohol because my life was so messed up. That it was like, oh, I needed to escape into reality of drinking. Oh, and see right there. If kids are watching this, that's, I mean, although that is important. Ooh, we got to be careful. And you know what? We've only got a little bit of and I did set my alarm, and I got my water. I'm not going to drink it around here. All of these things. And you're right, I should be continually improving, as we all should. But that's why I'm glad I didn't say, like, hey, if you give me, 200 subscribers. No, because that's not cool. Like, that is, I mean, if you make the content, then you get the subscribers. And so, I noticed, like, he had easily twice as many subscribers as me. So, that's awesome. Go for it. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm also operating to a more niche market. Oh, sorry. We can actually just go. I realize it's not that steep. Even if I were, I put the torches so we know our way back. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of spelunking, not a lot. I don't like getting lost in like caves. It's very inefficient. It's fun, but then it's kind of stressful, and especially like my tools are not the best. So yeah, we'll go ahead and finish. Actually, was that it? Yeah, I mean, oh, there we go. I was gonna say some copper would be all right too. I mean, because then we can heal our tools. Like, oh, that was the other thing. Yeah. Ah, no, never mind. Maybe we'll do like, because I only have to do a couple of things, and then I do have like plans this evening. Let's see. Let's get rid of. Oh, and apologies. Like that is more for item frames. Oh, and actually, let's go ahead and just make the item frames. Let's up. Well, yeah, because if we make the item frame, let's see. We'll do this again. And it's funny because I watch Waddles and he'll like make multiple crafting tables all the time. There we go. So item frames and then also block of coal so we can save space in our inventory. Oh, all right. Anyway, sorry. I also just realized I'm supposed to be doing some laundry today, and I had it almost ready. Anyways, okay. So, oh yeah, I don't want to do too much because my tools, but I don't know. There we go. It's mostly the iron. I mean, that's the. Oh, and this cave does go. Oh, there we go. Well, a little bit. And I'm also making sure to follow water and um uh yeah, that's following water. Oh, let's see. Trying to think if I have any other blocks. Like this is good because we'll need that for. So where did I get that? We don't need that. Um, we don't really need the diorite either. But then I'm gonna accidentally pick those up at some point. Watch. But uh, oh, even some here. Well, we'll go get these. Then we'll think about how to get those. The other thing is you got to pay attention to make sure that you're still picking them up too, because as soon as they fill up, how close am I? 58. See, yeah, I could only get 6 more. Well, that's one of the things I want to do for my next projects. Maybe I can do that with Scratch, because like, I need to do some tutorials with Scratch anyway, because that's really good if you want to get into a tech career, even if you're an adult. Like, do the Scratch, because it is how it teaches coding logic, and it's actually more intense than some ways to learn coding because it has multiple triggers, and that's something you don't learn in regular coding until later. Multiple things to key off of or things to look for. It's almost like sockets and listening to things. There we go. So now we have another stack, so we can kind of go a little more crazy. But um, let's see. Oh, wait. This is dangerous. You don't want to mine straight up in case there's lava or gravel. But then I do it because the calculated risk. Like even if it was lava, I could walk away because it moves really slow. If it was gravel, I could just step to the side. So I mean, I have done it before. Also, you can just put the torch at the bottom, and then that works too. So, and I'm gonna reclaim this. All right, we'll just go down here, see what like is at the end. If there's any more iron, really. Oh, redstone. Do we have redstone? Yeah, still, it's worth it. Okay. Uh, and it is funny because I do make my kids do IT work for stuff like for skins for the goat game. That's how like we got it, and then we also got the expansions, and every one of them they did a job for me, and it was just like learning Python coding and yes, mind you, like they are probably the same age, or similar around there, maybe a little older, maybe a little younger, but like and and trust me, as soon as we're ready for them to have them, I want them to have YouTube channels. Like it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. But yeah, we're still waiting. So let's see, what is beetroot? Interesting. What I wanted to do is use some of this cobblestone to kind of block this off. There we go. Maybe? Okay. And I was gonna say it should stop. But yeah, see how slow it moves? That's about how fast you'd have to run away if it was falling on your head. And now we're getting into wait, what was that? Oh. Anyways, and now we're getting into like deep slate territory, so I think we're good. Like let's just go ahead and get a little bit of iron. So I mean it's worth it for sure. But yep, always get the lapis, even though that's it's debatable how useful it is. Um Now see, the native way would be to use all of the pieces of an animal. In fact, that's what they made their teepees, their houses out of, was like buffalo skin and stuff. And they still respect like the buffalo was like their most revered animal. And like they respected nature, they're very worshiping of it. It was very spiritual. But they still killed a lot of buffalo. I mean, granted, that's one thing that the US settlers did, our ancestors. It was a very bad thing. They killed a lot of the buffalo intentionally. They intentionally killed them so that it would like kill off the Native American tribes. And that's actually the history that certain people want downplayed. That's why there's a lot of civil unrest in America right now. See, right there, we're trying to do a nice, peaceful spelunking, and we're talking about now. I'm just saying, putting it out there. I was just thinking about like the beef and the cow, and I only did that cybersecurity tactic like once, and I know I felt so bad right after. I was like, that's not cool. So, because again, that is, but see, here's the thing with problem solving. If you're trying to solve a problem, say crime, undesired human behavior, then how do you go about it? Do you do the stern approach or, oh, gold? I mean, I know it's not valuable, but I also don't plan on, oh, what would you do for an iron ingot? Oh, we're actually, yeah, that's good. And actually, I'm good on the gold too. Well, if I can get rid of some of the bamboo is kind of neat because then we can bring that back to the base and that. So those are kind of functional. Dark oak log, I'm not too sure because that would just take more time. Um, Copper can heal tools. Oh wait, I have gold nugget. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll still get the gold. I mean, basically, you can do a really cool gold farm in the Nether. Well, not really cool. Like it is. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. We are also getting rid of seeds because we just got diamonds. Lots of diamonds. And we take that. 8, 9 diamonds. Ah, ah, ah. Sorry, there's our Sesame Street. A lot of us watched as kids had this count. It was a vampire Muppet that would count things, but he was a vampire. And so then, like as kids get older, they find out what vampires actually, the folklore of that is, and you know, oh, it's just funny. Sorry, now I'm all curious. Like, as long as this doesn't go too far. Ooh, and even right there, as I say, we're curving up. All right, so that's a dead end. We're running low on torches. Although we have sticks and oh, whoops, we have sticks and coal, so we can be all right. But let's get back to the business. Oh well, now I got to do even another stack of coal. Yep, or iron. Sorry, iron. Let's see. Yeah, see that's kind of like the more unknown. We were up here. Follow the torches. Get some more gold. And is that nuggets? No, that's raw gold and nugget are different. Okay. And I think nugget is what you get from the nether. And then you have to like smelt it? Or no, no, no. You craft it into. Wait, where are we going? See, now I need to be careful because, like, how far down did I come? Alright, yeah, I'm done. I'm just. We need to get out of here. Although now we need to be careful because. See, we kept going deeper and deeper. I've been led astray before by that fake light. I mean, it's still light, but it's not light that I did for my torch. So I see water pouring down. That's a good sign that it's probably a way out. Yep, the blocks I tossed down. Okay, we're good. Although now, yeah, see now coming from a different perspective, you see different things. So not to say we won't try to do this. Okay. Now don't drown. All right. I was just kidding, but now we gotta go. All right. Well, we got close, and I saw that there's more. Ah. Okay. Yeah, because I think that's like a whole. Anyway, and did we get the? It probably went down here. Okay, I think we did 12 iron. Yeah, that's good. We got 2 stacks and 12. So yeah, that's plenty. All right, so we'll go back, make a base, smelt it, finish exploring, then call it a day. So then I'll go do some things. Maybe come back, maybe not. We'll see. But oh, and now we'll see. Although interesting enough, just thinking about my own upbringing. Oh yeah, and I know I forgot that iron, whatever, from the ceiling. Now we're swimming up very slowly. But yeah, when I was that age, I was shooting real guns Like not at animals or anything, mind you. We would just do target shooting, but like I knew how to load guns. I knew how to clean guns, but my dad always preferred to do it. Um, so and yeah, now I'm like advocating for gun safety reform, and it's really not that big of a deal. Like it's like the things being asked, like banning assault weapons, because that needs to go away. Like, you know, because all it is, I mean, the other side. Okay, nah, geez, now I'm talking about some very risque things. Let's just enjoy the exploring. Because look at that. That is. Oh, what? No. Okay. I wish there was a way to mark this because I know the other one. Hmm. Yeah, that is so cool. Like it's just that tall. I wonder if that's a new thing. Like of the new update that they just made them ridiculously. And I could go look. Like there's places to look that up, and then there's videos you could go watch Waddles, and he'll explain all about the new update. In fact, I might go do that because I started watching the one with the camel. Or no, that I don't think that one was Waddles. I think that one was actually like a Minecraft or a Mojang thing. But and, you know, honestly, all of the stuff that I teach my own kids, like, and I teach on these videos, I probably would teach. Like, I mean, my dad would have taught the same thing. So it's okay. It's okay. I don't know, but that throughput is important because depending on who the audience is, they might not be ready for it. They might not be able to understand it or might not be comfortable with the ideas. And that's the thing is like you have to at least be comfortable with like hearing the idea because if it's something that goes against something like your core beliefs, that's what's really dangerous. And that's why it was neat seeing that thing with Elon and the leader of India and it was like saying that they talked about spirituality because that is like ooh, ah, that is just so cool. And like imagine you're just like sailing in the river and you just see that. That is such a Colorado thing. Like I mean, we would see something like that in Colorado because like a lot of it is river rafting. So you'd come around and granted this would all be like whitewater, like fast rapids. We don't have a lot of like slow moving. So this might be more like the fjords or something. But yeah, and then there's a cage and then so we know we have at least two of these things in this map. I forget where the other one is. I want to say it's down there in that corner by the thing. But again, like traveling by boat, this would just be a really interesting place. And oh, I want to jump it. I want to jump it. Oh, I'm gonna jump it. Ooh. Oh, I should have looked up. All right. Yeah, because that was just like if you can tell that it's like that steep of a fall away, and you know that you move so much or so many blocks out as you fall, but you got to be careful because you only move so many blocks out when you fall. I mean, I've definitely misjudged some jumps, and I've hurt myself a lot. All right, we're almost there though. Got the map discovered. We'll build like a little bit of a makeshift outpost, and then start improving the land. I don't know. See, that's a toss up too, because it's like you got to keep the land as close to the same as you found it, but at the same time, people got to live, and a lot of the modern conveniences they cost more. They cost time, resources, effort, energy. I mean, and that's why it's so exciting with all of these alternative energy sources. I mean, wind turbine blades, like, or wind turbines, sorry, wind turbines, ocean energy, solar energy, like, and I keep waiting to see the first businesses actually announce that they're using that solar panel glass because that's actually a viable thing. It has been. I've seen that article or something similar, you know, many times, and I want to say a long time ago. And I still haven't seen a lot of businesses. Of course, that doesn't mean it's not happening. I mean, that's a common misconception. It's like, well, if I didn't hear it, it doesn't. It's you know, it's not a thing. You know, because that's not fair. I mean, even like I remember when I first heard or I saw the first tweet about January 6th, and granted, I still don't think it was like, yes, it was a big deal, but I think it has been blown out of proportion by a lot of people. Like it's like, how dare you? Our country is destroyed, and it's like, no, no. I mean, it was a riot. Let's we have riots after sporting events. Like, let's not make this into something that it's definitely not. Although it is the capital, so I mean, it is like more serious than your average sport riot, but it's human behavior of a dangerous nature that is unwarranted and childish. But then we get mad about it. I don't know. It's like, I mean, it wasn't a good thing and it shouldn't have happened, but my gosh, like putting people in prison for like, well, okay, so that, see, I don't even know. Prison, it's just such a, I would say like do community corrections for a few years. That would be okay. That would be fine. I mean, like, but prison. Well, I'm just anti-prison altogether. I mean, I think it's a waste of time. It's a waste of resources. It's a waste of everybody's time, not just those being punished, but the people that have to maintain them, that have to be there on their holidays, their, weekends. They have all sorts of weird schedules because it's a 24/7 business. So, and that was the same way when I worked at the one company. It was like I was doing, I was doing tech support 24 hours a day because they had places in different parts of the world. So it was 24 hours a day. So I worked the graveyard shift. I grinded to get where I am. I did that. So, not saying that everyone that walks into tech is going to have an easy time. And actually, it's funny because I keep saying India, but they know perfectly well about that. Like a lot of them do call center work, and it's kind of like a racial slur how a lot of people talk about it. Like, oh, I got someone from India again or something. Like I've heard there's a lot of people get angry with that, and it's sad. And the movie Horrible Bosses is awesome because it addresses that issue, and it's like, um, the guy's name is something like Naina Najad or something, and they struggle with saying it, but and I think they're drunk at the time. They're like, Anna, what's your name? Like trying to be all righteous and, good. Let's do a good thing. Like, hey, I like this guy. He's an okay guy. Like, I don't know why people, like drunk people do. Like, people start getting alcohol into their system. They start like glorifying people a little too heavily, like saying, oh, you're great. And the more they drink, it's directly relational to how sloppy they act. So yeah, I mean, sorry if kids or if you're watching, alcohol's never a good idea. I mean, it's fun. I'm not gonna lie, but in moderation. And so you just gotta be careful, and legality too. You can go to well, you can't go to jail, but whoever got it for you can go to jail. So keep that in mind. I mean, and that's one thing, like because I didn't drink as like a kid. I mean, I had a sip here and there, but oh, and see, look, there's our statue or our lighthouse. So nice. But it's just not good. It rots your brain. Sorry, that's my soapbox for that. But anyways, gosh, we've been talking about all sorts of adult content. Oh well, oh well. I mean, you know what? Like, I do make a lot of pretty neat Minecraft content. Like, if people just want to zero in on that, that's fine. That's why I like the idea of the shorts, because like honestly, when I go to people's pages, I'll usually only watch the shorter videos myself. And then unless I want it's something that I'm interested in and I can set aside the time, then I'll watch like a half hour or an hour video on like artificial intelligence or something like that. But okay, so wait, let's go ahead and store the item frames. And then I guess we have a couple flints. All right, so we have quite a few riches. And let's go ahead and let's make some furnaces. I mean, actually, I kind of think we should just do keep it in a line, like it's all streamlined and everything. Whoops, yeah. Okay, so there's a stack. Oh, we need. Well, let's go ahead and load them up. Mm. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird to me using this kind of wood, but it is what we have a lot of. And then I started getting into thinking like, okay, well, let's plant this here, but we kind of need like I'm gonna plant it. I think it grows everywhere. I guess we'll find out. And then we'll get some seeds. Let's see where we at. Oh yeah. We finished up. We explored the map. That's what I really wanted to get done today. Like, it was kind of bothering me. So now we can build a little bit of an outpost, not really stress too much. I was thinking more like, there we go. One seed. We don't have a bucket, but we do have some iron smelting, so smelting, melting, or yeah, I think it's still smelting. You know, it used to be, it was actually you'd get the block and then you had to smelt it. So, but now if you do silk touch, you can get the block itself, and then they changed it to just dropping the ore. Which, if you were working in mining settings or something like that, you would get a bunch of chunks of the rock and the material, or I forget what it's called, but and incidentally, in the Borderlands series, so a little older, that game I don't recommend for, and those videos are definitely not for kids because it's a game that's not for kids, and so that's kind of like another thing. It's like if the kids are gonna watch the game, like I don't know, I know my own kids have seen clips from Call of Duty and stuff, but like I don't know because they kind of sneak in there, like some YouTubers will use it. Not that they sneak in there, but like just like my thing, like I mean, I talk about religion, politics, and all this like very intense stuff. And it's like, but it's a kid's game. I don't know. It's an everyone's game, but it's appropriate for kids. I guess is a better way to say it because you don't want to say like it's a kid's game, more like because then it's like implying that kids aren't capable of handling things, and that's not the way to go about things. That's how you get the rebellious nature, really. I mean, we're talking about on the macro level, the U.S. rebelling from England, and England, taking over India and all sorts of other places, and then America dropping military bases all over, like, and granted, I fully support my country. It's just I question some of the things that we do, and that's okay. That's healthy. Like, that's science, really. I mean, it's observation. Propose a solution to a problem, and then if it doesn't work, or if we find out that it's like causing more problems than it's worth, then yeah, we go back. Same with government. We did these gun laws. We banned assault weapons for a while, and mass shootings went down, and then they went back up a little bit. And see, that's where it's misleading. Oh, that's something else important. Sorry, I mean we will talk a little bit about this. Um, I did see some propaganda from the other side. From usually I like to think that, the side that I vote for, and again, this is very generic because I've been seeing a lot of like African politics, Indian politics, like, and I have no idea what any of that is, like, honestly. But let's see, where was our? Oh, now someone's like using power tools, and see right there, that could be someone's way of like seeing where I'm at, like, and then be like, okay, at this time I use a power tool for this duration, because these things are exact right down um, to the second. I mean, I don't know about the actual timestamp. Let's see. Oh, whoops. There we go. Because I think, well, no, let's do that. Basically, I'm going to be growing some wheat, but then also sugarcane. Even though this doesn't have an effect that I know of. Actually, yeah, let's get the bucket. We don't need the fire. It's going to have a water source up there, but really we have kind of a starter garden. Yeah, and I wasn't sure about that, if that was a growable piece for sugarcane. And just load it up. Like, this is a great source of, you can never have too many plants, and that's really true in the real world, too. Like, in that aquaponics company, like, that it was so cool because, oh, all right, that's the time. But I do want to finish that thought. When my buddy started talking about aquaponics, it seemed like the new idea, like this was the future. And so we both got really excited about it. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And he keeps fish. Like, he has fish for pets. And so I trust that he can do it. But then, like, he started wanting to try to, like, get funding and, like, do a GoFundMe stuff. And that's where I started getting cautious because I had another friend, I gave him some money, and, like, he said he was going to unicycle across the country. And I was like, okay, cool. And I kind of half believed him, half just realized he wanted money for drinking and for substances. And it was just like, okay, well, try to do better, try to be healthy. But and of course, I was no better. I mean, I was drinking a lot too. So it's like, anyways, that's my time. We don't really have much of an outpost, but we do have some. And I will go ahead and say this. The proper way to do this, yeah, yeah, we're going over a little bit. Leave the riches. Oh, we should actually have like another. We've got two for. Let's do two more. There you go. Trying to make sure they face the same way. And then we could drop that. Do the gold. Make the nuggets into gold. There you go. Because that's what really should happen. That is like human nature. Like when we're taking resources from places or doing things, it's only to pay for the things. Like I mean, look, we even left the rails that we had, the leftover rails, and like, but same with war too. Like we talk about, um, wait, is it glitching? It is glitching. Oh, okay. Well, it was time to go. All right. See everyone next time. Ta ta.